Yeah, he
He
said the
played
same
my
thing.
song and made me bigger.
And I'm
You
still
know?
getting bigger. Yeah. What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the Demouchets React, and we're back with another video. What we got today, C?
Today we are back with part 2 of Elvis and the Black Community. We truly enjoyed the last video.
True.
So if you're new to us and we're new to you, make sure you scroll down, hit the red subscribe button, because it's totally free and we want you to join the family. And turn on the post notification bell so that you can be notified each and every time we upload a new video. Without further ado, let's get into this video.
The first time I met Elvis, I was in Las Vegas in the 70s. I was the conductor and music director for B.B. King, the blues act. We were opening in the Las Vegas Hilton's main room.
You got his picture in the middle.
Well, we had no idea Elvis was there.
Why is that his personality?
So we were watching her act from backstage. And in her act, she walked around the main room in the audience, and she always stopped at this certain table.
That morning when I walked into the dining room, I spoke. I said, "Good morning." He said, "Good morning." I said, "What are we going to have for breakfast this morning?" He said, "Fried peanut butter and banana sandwich."
That sounds good.
Anything with peanut butter to me.
He said, "Fried peanut butter and banana sandwich." I said, "I never heard of it."
You're the guy with the gun, the person who'd do anything to protect the ones you love. But did you know that...
The first time I went in, fixed the sandwich and put it on the tray and brought it back, that wasn't right. His father was sitting there, and he said, "Mary, I'm going with you and help you. And let's see, maybe both of us can get it right." I said, "Okay." And he said, "Let's toast the bread first." So we toast the bread and then spread the peanut butter on it and slice the bananas and put on it. And put them into the skillet and kept turning them with the spatula. And turn them till they got heated all the way through.
Like a grilled cheese.
Like a grilled cheese. I just wouldn't put that much butter.
It's a lot of butter. Taking them back to me. And he said, "That's what I want. That's right." And then smile.
Life, but he'll always live because of the fact he was such a beautiful man. I don't care what nobody say. I know Elvis. You know, there are a lot of rumors. Elvis and I sang spiritual together. He kept me from being number one. I was number one soul and he was number one world. And it took a long time, but it's almost like the two rental cars. It made me try harder. And I love Elvis for it. And we'll always pray for Elvis.
Do you remember that? Do you remember? It wasn't actually, you don't really meet Elvis, you actually just look at Elvis. Okay? My mother sang with Elvis for years. Yeah. She and her group, they were called the Three Inspirations. They also sang for Aretha for many, many years. On most of the, in the 60s, they were on all the Aretha songs. Well, Elvis took a liking to them, and my mom sang with him for many years. And they were very close. I just remember at one point being in a room, and we were all in this room, my mother and the singers, and you know the usually backstage kind of thing. And he just walks in the room with his mink on, with his glasses on. Oh my God. And he just walks in, he says something, and everybody just, you don't say anything, you just look. It was just one of those moments I won't forget as a kid. Oh my it wasn't God. like, "Hi, Mr. Elvis, nice to meet you." You didn't do that. You just sat back and just...
See what he gonna do.
Amazing. Amazing to look at.
Yeah.
Just amazing.
Wow.
And just to be in his presence was awesome.
Tell me about that. Tell me. Well, when they first called, the girl said, "Elvis Presley." Oh my God, what are we gonna do? I said, "Hey, it's a pig and it's a good one." So we went, and when we got there, it was nothing like what we might have thought, because it was just wonderful. It was really wonderful. He was into gospel, so every once in a while when we finished rehearsing with him, we just sing gospel, all of us, and we just had a good time. Good money and good pay and good. It was nice atmosphere, and we didn't go around with him as his friends. We worked for him, so we saw him at work or at rehearsals. So I don't know what he did in between, nor did I care. I just doing what I was supposed to do. And we
Right. that sound.
The Sweet Inspirations.
Look at the hairstyle.
Come on, man.
We've talked on television and had interview situations. I've never asked you about Elvis.
Which one though?
When did that all start? When did the whole love for Elvis begin?
He teases me about Elvis all the time.
But
And
never
says-
on the air. Never.
No, what he says, like, if Elvis was alive now, he said, man, you wouldn't even hang out with Elvis. I said, yes, I wish it, man. Elvis would be in the lobby of your house, like, say, man, was Eddie there? And
Whoa.
I'd be in the room.
Whoa. You sound just
Hey,
like
what's going on, man? He told me to come over.
Sounds just like him.
I know what's going on. All right. But when I was a kid, see, Elvis Presley to me, it's his presence, I think it is. I don't think anyone
Everyone say that.
yeah.
has had as much presence as Elvis. I don't think anyone's had as strong a presence. I think there have been entertainers. I think Michael Jackson's the only entertainer who's ever been more famous than him.
Yeah.
But I think Elvis has.
You talking right.
Like when Elvis walked in the room, everybody just looked at Elvis. You know, when he was on the screen, you looked at Elvis. He just had this thing about it. And he was going through all this stuff with drugs and all this craziness. But on screen and on stage, he always looked like he was in control. You know, and that's amazing because it was this war going on inside this guy. And I'm just fascinated.
You know, because the black community, obviously.
She looks familiar.
We shouldn't be doing it. So Ebony Magazine, in fact, called us and wanted to know, we got a lot, why are you singing with Elvis Presley?
She's one of the singers.
And then sometimes we get shot back with, well, you know what he said about black people. Yeah, I heard that story too. But I also heard the one he said about Mexican people. It's the same story. What he said about the story is, Elvis Presley said, all a black person, I'm using that, can do for me is shine my shoes. Mexicans have the story. All a Mexican can do for me is shine my shoes. That's also attributed to Elvis. Yeah, that's a story, that's a rumor made up by some rock and roll singer who wanted to be where Elvis was, I suppose. Because as far as I'm concerned, Elvis treated us royally. And
That's all that
he
matters.
said it. I don't care, because there's the things that I've said I don't want anybody repeating.
She wild.
Obviously, you see the irony here. You've got a black man imitating a white man who sounded like a black man.
I respect Elvis for what he did for music. You know, he opened a lot of doors for a lot of folks back there during a time when they wouldn't even, quote unquote, play the music on radio. So this is a tribute to Elvis.
At first, yes.
Yeah, I said he was playing black music. He's a white guy.
Yeah, but see, at first he was playing more like rockabilly. He wasn't really getting into the things that he started to do later. But when he started to do that, then he started turning heads, including mine.
Yeah, it did. So
Yes.
what did you see then?
I saw that he had everything. The looks, he had the talent.
He had the
He had
rhythm,
everything.
the rhythm,
He had,
the soul.
he had everything. To me, he had everything. You know, you started looking at the guy, God almighty, he's handsome, he's tall, and he looks good, he can sing, he can play.
Got
You
a
know,
lot of women.
Well, I didn't see, you know, I didn't see women disliking him, but he was just, I didn't see him after them either. But I guess had I been handsome like that.
'70s, when tensions between blacks and whites were at an all-time high, Elvis demonstrated his desire for racial reconciliation in the musicians that he chose and the treatment they received.
He believed that he had a certain connection with God. Not so much more than anybody else did, but in his search, he was trying to get close to God. So he felt that by helping others, maybe that was his mission.
Different than other kids I grew up with. I'd hang around parts of Tupelo my folks never even knew about. If Mama had known where I was half the time, I would have caught hell for it. This friend of mine used to take me across town to an area called Shake Rag. And that was when I first heard the blues.
This is the house that Elvis bought for me. He bought it in 1974.
Wow.
He came and picked the house out for me.
Okay.
And I liked it, and he liked it. So he said, well, Mary, this is your house, if you like it. I told him I loved it. It was really nice.
That's nice.
It really is. Malcolm.
Is that Malcolm? That was Malcolm, right? Tell us about that head. Man, yo. Again, another epic one. I must say though he came from such a structured background when it came to gospel, he did not allow that to keep him in the box, because throughout the interview, a lot of people say that, yeah, he came from that background, but he still branched out. And by him doing that, it turned a lot of heads, and he was able to be unique to the community in such a way, still in a positive way as well. Like, I found that big. You know what I'm saying? That's big.
Definitely. What I can say is that from learning about him, it seems like he genuinely had a love for our people.
No doubt. Yeah,
you know, it wasn't a political move. It wasn't a popularity move. It was a genuine love. First of all, like the man said with the, I'm not sure of the man's name, but the man who was getting interviewed, who was playing Elvis' song and dressed like Elvis, he was like, so you're a black man playing a white man who sound like a black man. Something like that. You can tell Elvis's love for our culture, because if he was a person who was faking it, he wouldn't have it. It wouldn't be so consistent, you know. He wouldn't have it in the in his songs, and even the time when we watch him perform, and how he has to get into that low register. Like, it's not him mimicking so much, it's him. It's a part of him. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. You know, so
no doubt. And I think that he also to touch on what you saying, bro, the black fella, like, he said that, you know, Elvis opened the door for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not imitating him. I'm just now allowed in such a way to be myself, because we're all born rock stars, if you really think about it. And he was able to beat that because it was already in him. He just needed an example, a role model. And again, Elvis opened that door for him, man. Shout out to that man. For real, bro.
And like what Little Richard said,
he said the
played
same
my
thing.
song and made me bigger.
And I'm still getting bigger.
Yeah, so really good. We love learning about Elvis. Let us know what you would like for us to react to next in the comment section down below. Like this video, subscribe. We'll see y'all soon. Peace.
Peace.